Hello everyone. Now we will discuss few standard shapes for the moment of inertia. Just like centroid or center of gravity, we have the standard shapes just to solve the complex problems. So let's say first one is a rectangle. Now a rectangle is given and this is the origin. Let's say this side, the dimension of this is, we represent it, you can take any symbol, but I'm taking a B symbol here, and let's say this dimension, this is D, means B dimension is parallel to x-axis, this one, and D is parallel to y dash axis. Now there is a standard formula. What is that? If I want to find out the moment of inertia of a rectangular plate, rectangular shape, or like a rectangular lamina about x-axis, which is passing from the center of gravity, this G point representing center of gravity, then the moment of inertia is about x dash axis passing from the center of gravity, that is equal to b d cube by 12. Now what is b? Always remember, parallel to the axis about which we are calculating the moment of inertia, parallel to x axis, this is b, side parallel, so it will be b d cube by 12. Now when I have to say about y-axis, means moment of inertia about this axis, now it will be again passing from the center of gravity, but parallel to y-axis. Now the side is d, so the formula will be now d b cube by 12. So remember that side parallel to the axis about which we are calculating the moment of inertia, it will come first, then the other side cube, right? Now let's say in the same, we want to find out the moment of inertia rather than finding about the axis passing from center of gravity. I want to find it from x-axis. Now you can use the parallel axis theorem, find the moment of inertia about this axis and then shift it on x-axis. Like here you can add plus a h square, h is the distance between these two. You can go for parallel axis theorem, or we have the direct formula also. What is that? If I have to say the moment of inertia about x-axis, means this axis, and then we will say this is again BD, same formula, parallel to axis the side, but by 3. Same for y-axis, means we are calculating the moment of inertia about this axis. Now it will be what? Same db cube. Why? Because d is parallel to y-axis, so db cube by 3. So this is for rectangle. Now we will see the same formula for a triangle. Now when I have to find out the moment of inertia for a triangle, let's say I'm taking the same dimensions. Let's say this is the vertical height of the triangle, I'm representing it just by h. Then we know that this will be from where the center of gravity is passing, that is h by 3. We know this thing. So let's say this is what? The side B. Now in that case, the moment of inertia about x axis passing from the center of gravity, that is equal to b h cube, just similar to the rectangle. Just compare the formula to remember, b h cube by 36. Got it? Just compare the formula, b d cube or db cube by 12, so here b h cube by 36. Now again, if I have to find out the moment of inertia about this axis, you can use the parallel axis theorem to shift the moment of inertia about this axis by a h square. But if you want to know about the direct formula, you can say about this axis, x axis, which is not from the passing from the center of gravity, that is equal to b h cube by 12. Just remember this thing, right? That axis is passing from the base and parallel to the axis passing from the center of gravity. So in that way we have these values. Now for a circle, the moment of inertia about x-axis or y-axis, so it is equal to moment of inertia about x-axis or moment of inertia about y-axis, that is same, that is equal to pi r power 4 by 4. So this is the formula, just same for x and y axis. After that, if you want to find out about any axis outside, then we can apply the parallel axis theorem. Anywhere we can find out. These are the formulas just to find out the moment of inertia about the axis passing from the center of gravity. This G is the center of gravity. then we can apply the parallel axis to it. Now in the semicircle, this is the G point passing from the center of gravity, the axis x dash, and same the y axis y dash. Now we can say the moment of inertia about x-axis, that is equal to 0.11 r power 4. You can directly remember this formula. And about x-axis or about y-axis, means about x-axis or y-axis. So this is y-axis and this is y dash x dash. So x-axis or y-axis, that is equal to pi r power 4 divided by 8. In our syllabus we have to apply the direct formulas, so that is why I am not going for the derivation of this. Now let's see the case of a quarter circle. Now in case of quarter circle, again this is the origin, this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is x dash y dash axis passing from the center of gravity. Now in this case, the moment of inertia about point passing from the center of gravity ix and y, that is same, that is equal to 0.11 r power 4 divided by 2. Just we can say, if you compare it in semicircle it was 0.11 r power 4, here it is half of the semicircle, so that is why it is 0.11 r power 4 by 2. Same for x-axis and y-axis, which is not passing from the centroid. So in that case it will be equal to, directly you can say, pi r power 4 divided by 16. Here it was 8, now it will be pi r power 4 by 16, just half of that. So remember these formulas. Now we will use these formulas in the diagrams.